Welcome back to Jay Hunto's Garage. On this episode, we'll check out David Savage's Savage Camaro build.
Look out!
I'm David Savage, and this is my 1967 Super Sport 350 Camaro. So here we have a 1967 Super Sport 350 Camaro. It was all original. Me and the old man tore it down in 1991, and it's actually never gone back on the road ever again. So we picked this car up from my old man in Colorado in October of 2017. It's been an old family project that we tore down back in 1991, and it's about time we get this one done and done properly. So we picked it up in October. We game planned for a month or so, and then we started ordering parts in November and December for it. And after me and Jeremiah came up with a good game plan for the car and the paint and everything else, then first of the year, 2018, we decided to start tearing the car apart. After we did a complete tear down, here we are, the end of May basically, and this is the point that we've made it to in our progress. All the major stuff is done. We're getting there. Hopefully within another 6 weeks, it'll be out of the body shop, painted, everything's complete, dyno tuned, street tuned, everything's ready to go. We've got a car show September 28th, Good Guys Nationals, that this car is supposed to be in. It's supposed to go into Fessler's private booth to show off the flush mount glass and stuff like that from a bunch of Fessler parts. So that's the goal, is to have this car all ready by then. And never been to Nationals, so we're really looking forward to that event. It's been a project that started and stopped and been torn back down multiple times, and we're finally going to get this one finished up right this time and get it back out on the road. We've done a complete upgrade on every aspect of the car, from a LS3 engine with an ASA cam. We're going to put down about 500 horsepower to the wheels. We've got a complete Speed Tech Performance Extreme system, front and rear. Custom frame, custom 4-link, torque arm suspension, huge Willwood 14.5-inch brakes, 6-piston calipers, all Speed Tech upper and lower control arms, coilovers, you name it, their entire system. Custom forged spindles, C7 hubs, custom forged wheels by Bose Wheels, BF Goodrich radial tires, custom paint by Spies, all custom TMI products, latest interior packages from the dash to the door panels to the seats. We started off with the frame off from the ground up and started insulating all the metal after we re-prepped everything. Did lizard skin, sound, and ceramic coating underneath the car and inside the car and the roof and all around it. Then we topped that off with Restomod Air's new membrane, heat and sound dampeners. And then we covered that up with Dynaliner foam for heat, and did all that on the roof, doors, floors, firewalls, everything. And then obviously after that it'll get jute backing and some plush carpet put in. We're going to hide all the computers, everything inside the car, batteries being removed, moved to the trunk. All the wiring will be all hidden, power windows, push buttons on the consoles, all focal stereo, Pioneer Reference Series deck, Tanks Inc., fuel tanks and everything. We're running Dash 8 PTFE lines for all the fuel. We've got ATI Super Dampener. We pinned the crankshaft. We've got a Sweet Manufacturing dual front mount rack and pinion system with a Special Jones Racing power steering pump. We're utilizing the hidden wiper system from Rain Gear. We're using all Dakota digital gauges in the console and the dash. I Did It steering, custom Italian made steering wheel from MPI. The whole front drive serpentine system is all drive junkie. We're gonna have lots and lots of billet polished upgrades everywhere, from the core supports, the fender supports, to the hood latches, to the billet arms for the hood, support braces. Same thing in the trunk. The trunk arms will all be billet polished, all by Eddie Motorsports, and using their Lightning series. The same thing with the door handles, the LED tail lights and bezel housings. That's all Eddie Motorsports, all billet and polished. Inside the car, we also did all matched series from Clayton Machine Works to do all their pedals and shifter, and tried to keep it pretty much top line and upgrade every aspect of the car. From the engine, it goes to a T56 Magnum 6-speed manual transmission, upgraded to 770 foot-pounds of torque, and then you've got a torque arm, and then it goes to a strange Ford 9-inch plus nodular system with Dutchman axles, 33 spline. It's running a 370 gear ratio true track system, true track differential. It's got a 3.5-inch all aluminum chromoly yoke from the drive shaft shop for the drive shaft, good for 1,000 horsepower. Coilover suspension is double adjustable by Vikings in all 4 corners, Viking Crusaders. Obviously get all braided and PTFE lines for brake lines and fuel lines and power steering lines and coolant and AC lines and everything like that. Speaking of AC, it'll have a full vintage air, generation 4 AC heating system, defrost, the whole 9 yards. The motor's an LS3 motor with an ASA cam, about 500 horsepower to the wheels. It's got custom built headers to fit this motor and this custom frame by Ultimate Headers. They do a split flange. It's all custom. It's got a stock intake, stock injectors, 10.7 to 1 compression. This particular motor is set up with the fuel system, everything. It'll be able to run on 93 octane, E85, alcohol, race fuel, anything I want to put into it. And the computer will make all the adjustments after the final dyno tunes. The fuel line system has a computer built in it as well. So then it sends it to the CPU and it makes its adjustments automatically. This car will put down 500 horsepower to the rear wheels. Up front with this custom frame, it allows us to put all the way up to 315 size tires in the front. Right now we're only running 275s and we're running 315s in the rear. But you can run 315 all the way around, probably 335s in the rear because we mini tubbed it with the Chassis Works mini tub system. We've got the complete Willwood 6-piston brake system, 14.5-inch rotors all the way around. About as massive as you can get on these things. They completely fill out the wheels all the way. You have to use hidden valve stems just to get clearance. The front and rear windshield for this car will be completely trimless and seamless now. Fessler has made custom glass for it, and it'll go from edge to edge and completely go in with the body molding, and it'll be just like a brand new modern car. No seals, no trim, no nothing. It'll be complete flush mount, real clean modern look to it. Get rid of all that old bulky trim that crossed over it, knuckled over and everything. It'll be really modern, really mean looking. The exhaust system will be all custom. It starts off with custom headers made by Ultimate Headers. They're 1 7/8 pipes. It goes down to a 3-inch collector. It'll be 3-inch exhaust all the way out. It'll go through an X pipe, and then some Borla mufflers, attack mufflers, and then they'll go over the rear end and then out right behind the rear wheels, all stainless. So to conquer the heat and the sound control issues in these old cars, we started off with some lizard skin, sound and ceramic coating, all on the inside, everywhere, top and bottom, roof, and then underneath the car as well with the ceramic coating from lizard skin. After that, we used Restromod Air's brand new membrane system. We put that on top of the car, all the way throughout, all the way up the firewall, all the way up to the bottom of the dash. From there, we covered it up with Dynaliner, the foam and heat blocker. And after that, it'll get jute backing and plush carpet. So with all that, it should definitely stay nice and cool and quiet. I'd like to start off by saying that this has been a fun build and a different type of build to build something like this at home, out of your own little garage with no lift. It's been challenging to say the least, but I'm very proud of it, and mostly I'm proud of all the friends and family members that have come together to help me make this possible. First of all, my lovely wife that has made this possible and given me the green light on all this. My fantastic friend and neighbor from down the street, Adrian Mendoza, comes down here after work, on the weekends, always in here helping me out in the garage, taking step after step and anything we can get done. We've got Jerry Aikman at Aikman Performance in Cedar Park, Texas. He does all the tuning and dynoing and mentoring on different aspects of the build, and is always right there to give me a hand or information or knowledge or anything he can do to help. Fantastic shop, fantastic people. Look them up. And then the biggest help has been a good friend of mine, Jeremiah Surratt from Georgetown Classic Cars. He consulted with me on doing this build, and we game planned it together, and he's here on the weekends and after work many days a week, getting down and dirty and doing a lot of the tough stuff, including a lot of the body work and the mini tubs and the stuff that nobody wants to do. He jumps right on in there, mostly with wiring and stuff like that I definitely don't want to do. He's a master at. It's been an invaluable asset to this build. Also like to thank Zach at Bosey Wheels for making me a fantastic custom set of wheels for this car to really show it off.
David, what's your favorite YouTube channel?
Jay Hunno's Garage.
Good job.
You threw me off again, so you asked me a question.
Hey, thanks for watching Jay Hunto's Garage. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.